What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, my name is Lex and thank you for clicking on today's video. Today I have a very fun video for you guys that I have been compiling fragrances for. We are going to do a strictly gourmand Middle Eastern fragrance haul, y'all. Some of these I have already worn and can give you guys my full thoughts on. Others of them I will be smelling for the very first time on camera with you guys, so it'll be a nice little mixture of first impressions as well as some things I've already worn and can speak to. There are some bangers in here, y'all. So we are going into the gourmand season. I am very much a gourmand lover year round, but all of these I feel like are going to be perfect for fall and winter, and I'm very excited to share these with you guys. So I'll have everything linked in the description box, whether it is on the YouTube shopping pictures that may or may not pop up for some of these items, or linked in the description box with any available affiliate codes. That is a free way to support me if you do plan on buying any of these products and you use my link. If you are into Middle Eastern fragrance content and fragrance content in general, please double check and make sure you are subscribed. And let's go ahead and jump right into this video. I want to start with a few that were actually sent over to me from Aroma Concepts. So I do have a discount code that I will pop up on the screen, as well as an affiliate link that you can shop these items directly through. Okay, so I will have those in a pinned comment for you guys as well. 2 of them I have worn, the other 3 I have not, so those are going to be at first impressions. So we're going to start with the one that I absolutely love. It's going to be this bad boy right here. This is Paris Corner's Dulzura. I think that's how you pronounce it. Here is what oh my god, even me just taking out of the box, girl, this smells so good, y'all. Okay, so here's what it looks like. This packaging is absolutely gorge, stunning. Okay, it's like this pink orange gradient with this gold, and then you take it off and you have this full gigantic bottle of fragrance, y'all. I feel like you get so much for your money with Middle Eastern fragrances. Let's go through the notes. So I'm going to go through the notes of these on my phone as I talk about them with you guys. So this one has main accords of vanilla, sweet, amber, powdery, musky, and lactonic. Has top notes of buttermilk and black pepper. Middle notes of vanilla, cake, and whipped cream. Okay, base notes of amber and musk. Now, for the compared to fragrances, or in the this perfume reminds me of section on Fragrantica, the #1 fragrance it is compared to is the L'Eau de Parfum Cirque du Soleil, which I have not actually smelled that one, but that one is very popular in the gourmand niche fragrance community. It's also compared to the Duo brand's Circus of White Milk Sun perfume, which is, I guess, a dupe of that perfume I just mentioned. And then it's also compared to Cudlodge Empire Victor, Hayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow, Sniff Hotcakes. There are so many yummy gourmand fragrances that this is compared to, you guys, and I am happy to report this is very much right up my alley. If you are a gourmand lover, this is a stunner. When I tell you this was a love at first sniff, and with a lot of Middle Eastern perfumes, I do always tell you guys you have to kind of give them an opportunity to sit, of course, but with this one, it was a love at first sniff. I know it seems weird to have top notes of buttermilk and black pepper together, but that is very much what I get in the opening of this. It has this very peppery opening that almost reminds me a little bit of Valentino Donna Born in Roma, where it's a sweeter black pepper. It's not super spicy, and the buttermilk kind of gives it this smooth creaminess, so it just kind of blends. The dry down of this gives me creamy, thick cake batter, very reminiscent to Bath and Body Works Wrapped in Vanilla. It just smells like the thickest, richest, like you are making cake batter. You're making red velvet cake batter with buttermilk, a little lactonic, it's creamy, and then you have whipped cream mixed into the cake layers. Oh my god, y'all, this smells so good, so edible. Now this is truly 100%, well actually I won't say that. I feel like the black pepper, the amber, and the musk in here do make this a more wearable gourmand, to where you could absolutely mix this with your perfumes that you want to smell more sweeter and baking, confectioner, sugar type of vibe. But y'all, this smells so good. And when I tell y'all I've already worn this like 5 times. Every single time I wear this, I get tons and tons of compliments. Okay, so yeah, this is hands down a banger. All of the fragrances that is compared to, I can 100% agree. It very much reminds me of Cud Lodge Empire Victor. Very much. It also reminds me a little bit of Bath & Body Works Strawberry Snowflakes, like the whipped cream, fruity type of nuance. It reminds me a little bit of Bath & Body Works Wrapped in Vanilla. A little bit of the dry down of Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion. More of just the lemon custard type of vibe. That is what it's giving me without that super sharp citrus. It just smells so good, y'all. This is definitely hands down my fave so far of the ones that Aroma Concept sent me. So if you guys are interested in shopping, I want to say that this one is only available on their website as of right now. So I will have this link because I definitely can see this one selling out if it's not sold out already, because it smells absolutely incredible. This next one is actually from the Khair line, which all of the Khair fragrances so far, to my knowledge, have all been inspired by Kayali fragrances. So I think this is the first one that's actually not inspired by a Kayali fragrance, which, by the way, if you are interested in any of the Khair fragrances and you like them, a lot of them do come in perfume oils now, which are super cute, because I want to say they're like miniature versions of this bottle. So I will have those linked for you guys as well, because I need to get a few of those myself. This is Khair Peach Delulu, and this is actually not inspired by a Kayali perfume, but this is one that took me on a little bit of a journey, and I have to say I absolutely love it now. Main accords for this are fruity, sweet, caramel, fresh, powdery, and tropical. Top notes of peach, guava, and nectarine. Middle notes of ginger, cardamom, and base notes of caramel, musk, and dry wood. And the fragrances that this is compared to, the #1 fragrance is Sarah Baker Perfume's Peaches Revenge, which I have heard a good bit about that perfume, but it is another fragrance that I have just not gotten my hands on. This legit smells like very syrupy, sugary, sweet peach rings, like literally down to how peach rings have kind of that sour coating around them, and then when you suck the sour coating off, you're just left with that super sweet, juicy, gummy peach. You do genuinely have to be a lover of that scent profile to enjoy this, because if you don't want to smell like a straight up piece of candy, this is probably not for you. But I love how this smells, and I want to say, let me look at the notes again, because I feel like there's a musk or something in here that makes this, again, a very wearable gourmand, where usually with certain gourmands, if it's too literal lately, I just don't gravitate towards it. It has woods, musk, and caramel, the ginger, the cardamom. Like, I feel like those spicy notes, the musk and the woody facet, makes this still smell like a fragrance, but for the most part, this genuinely smells like peach rings. And if you are into that scent DNA, you will absolutely love this. Or almost think of like if there was a peach flavored Jolly Rancher, just some sort of peach candy, peach hard candy. It smells so delicious, so yummy. I also feel like this is going to be great to layer with your more woody, sexy, rich, deep fragrances in the fall and winter to give it kind of a feminine, sweet twist. And this is very good. So I will say, if you don't like the scent DNA, this one can definitely be pretty cloying in my opinion. It's very long lasting. Like, I feel like when I wore this gave me a good 6 hours of wear before I felt like I even needed to reapply it, in which I really did not need to reapply, because this also has great projection for me as well. So if you are a peach lover, if you love scents that smell like peach candy, this almost kind of smells like if Donna Karan's Palo Santo and Cashmere had like a little sister. That fragrance is like the rich auntie. This is like the little sister. Like, you literally take the sweet peach out of that scent and turn it into a candy fragrance. Definitely another one that I really enjoy. I did not like it at first. I did find it to be a little sharp and screechy, but since I've had this in my collection now for a few weeks, it has already improved, and I really enjoyed this, and I cannot wait to wear this one this fall. Now, next from Aroma Concepts, they also sent over the Cookie Bites collection, or the Bite collection, I should say. So these are all, again, an entire gourmand line, y'all, and these I actually have not smelled yet. I've had these the longest, and I have not smelled them at all, which is very surprising. But I just feel like in the summertime I was not reaching for these, so I'm very excited to smell these for the first time on camera with you guys. Now, obviously, if for some reason I don't love them, I am going to give them some time to sit in my collection, because what I always tell you guys to do, especially with Middle Eastern fragrances, spray them out in the box a few times, put it back in the box, and let it sit. So I will probably be doing that with these, especially since we're now going into the season where I want to wear these types of scents. But let's go ahead and go down the line. Okay, so this first one is going to be Cookie Bites, and Cookie Bite has main accords of sweet caramel, vanilla, amber, powdery, and lactonic. That already sounds like something I'm going to love, and I'm very curious if this is going to smell like Bianco Latte, Lattafa Éclaire, because we literally have so many dupes of that fragrance at this point. I would not be surprised, but let's see. So this one has top notes of cookie and butter, middle notes of vanilla and musk, and base notes of vanilla, caramel, and amber. And for the compared to fragrances, it has Cheirosa 71. Okay, that's different. It's not Bianco Latte. That's good. Also, Cream of Clouds, which is another Gourmand fragrance I was loving this summer. So this is already seeming very promising because it does not have the fragrances listed that I thought this would be a dupe of. Here is the packaging. Super cute little packaging, very minimalistic. All right, sprayed it out a few times. First thing I'm definitely hit with is a very buttery cookie dough type of scent. Yeah, so right now this is very much a super edible, super photo realistic butter cookie. Like, it smells like a butter cookie almost, not even necessarily chocolate chip cookies. It smells like those butter, like the Lorna Doone cookies or like the Chessman cookies. A cookie that is more of a shortbread with a super heavy buttery presence. And yeah, very doughy, very doughy. There's also something that smells kind of almondy, and then I'm getting vanilla and a very like faint hint of caramel in the dry down. So I'm happy to report this does not smell like Bianco Latte, but it is still in that same family. And if you found that to be a little too cloying and you want something that's more of an everyday wear, I think this would be a good option. It doesn't necessarily smell 100% similar to Cheirosa 71 to me either. I feel like Cheirosa 71 has a very pronounced caramel buttery type of note in there, like almost that buttery popcorn type of note. Getting buttery in here, but it's more subdued and it's more doughy, and I feel like this is just kind of a more scaled down basic version of that fragrance. So it smells nice. I feel like it might possibly be a little repetitive to have in my collection because I have so many fragrances in this scent category, but I do think this could be a good everyday layering option for me. So I'm gonna play around with it. Of course, like I told you guys, I'm gonna let it sit a bit and see how I feel about it in the next couple of weeks and update you guys. But so far, I'm gonna give this one a 6 to 7 out of 10. I'm giving Dulzura a 10 out of 10, and I'm giving Peach Delulu a 9 out of 10. So those are already, we're coming out the gate swinging with those, okay? But this one is more in the middle, I would say. It's not a love. It's not anything super unique that I haven't smelled before. And it's definitely something I need to get to know and play around with a little bit more. So yeah, that is Cookie Bite. Now, the next one we have is Candy Bite, and I'm curious if this is going to smell like Yum Bougie Marshmallow, because you guys know at this point we are getting a ton of dupes for that fragrance now as well. And this is also pink, just like that one, so I would not be surprised. This one has main accords of sweet vanilla, caramel, powdery, and fruity, top notes of marshmallow, vanilla, and pear, middle notes of apricot, caramel, cotton candy, and jasmine, and base notes of sugar, tonka, and sandalwood. So this doesn't have 100% similar notes to Yum Bougie Marshmallow, so it might be different. Let's see what it's compared to. Okay, so it's compared to Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar from Khair, so that is the #1 scent, and then Jessica Simpson's Fancy, Montal's Sweet Vanilla, and Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle. Let me spray this on a tester strip because the cardboard could very much be affecting how this smells as well. You can see how it's compared to some of those other fragrances. I definitely got like a very powdery, marshmallowy pear. Like, this is gonna need a little bit of time to sit. Now, I can 100% see how this is compared to Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle as that same sweet pear, but I feel like it falls somewhere in between, because with Jean Paul Gaultier, it's almost like a very rich syrupy pear. It's still a little powdery, but it's very rich and perfumey and sexy smelling, whereas Candy Rock Sugar is more like playful, youthful, fruity fun. This is kind of like somewhere in between the two, but the jasmine, I really think the jasmine in here is messing this up for me, because the jasmine is coming across very screechy and it's not mixing well with the other notes. So this just smells like almost like a pear marshmallow hairspray. Like, that's what it's smelling like to me. Now, again, you guys, these are my first impressions on this. I did not go through my whole normal to-do. This one I legit had not even opened until today. So I may need to give this one a little bit more time. But as of now, I'm not liking this one. It's not blended well to me. And yeah, it just smells like some sort of sharp, screechy marshmallow pear concoction. And the jasmine is really just throwing this off for me. So I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 10. I am not loving this one, and I don't know, we'll have to revisit this in the future and see, because yeah, it smells like it could have potential, but right now I'm not loving this one. Okay, and last from this collection, we have here Baklava Bites, and I'm actually pretty excited about this one because of course this color is making me think of Khair Yum Pistachio Gelato. But it says baklava, which baklava is typically a dessert that has pistachios in it. So I'm very curious to see how it compares. But again, this is my first time spraying it. So let's see. While I let that kind of sit, I'm going to go through the notes with you guys. So this one has main accords of sweet vanilla, honey, caramel, woody, lactonic, powdery, fruity, nutty, and green. Top notes of pistachio and honey, middle notes of milk, cake, and peach, and base notes of caramel, vanilla, tonka, sandalwood, and cedarwood. Okay, so that sounds interesting. This is definitely not the same notes as the Khair. I like this, y'all. I like this, and I can definitely tell this is probably going to get better with time. I actually think I like this a little bit more than the cookie bite, and I definitely like it more than the candy bite. So it very much is giving the Khair Yum pistachio vibe, but this has an added cake layer. It gives baklava, like honestly, it does give kind of a baklava vibe because this almost smells like a pistachio cake. So it kind of has that same DNA where you get that creamy sweet pistachio, but it's more of in like a wearable cake. And I like this. I think I want to spray this on skin, girl. Let's see what it'll smell like on skin, y'all. I'm a little scared, but we're going to see what it smells like on skin because I like this. And this is also very wearable. So I can see that this was indeed inspired by Yum Pistachio, but I would not feel bad having this in my collection because it still smells different enough. Like it smells like a cake version of Yum Pistachio, if that makes sense. I like this, y'all. I do think it's a little light right now though, but I have faith that this is probably going to get stronger. Like I said, this was my very first time spraying it, so I am going to spray this a few times in the box, put it in a closet, and kind of let it sit a bit. Revisit this in like a month or so because I think I'm really going to enjoy this. But if you are a lover of the Yum Pistachio DNA, I don't think this is a dupe, but I do think they took inspiration from that fragrance and made this smell basically like a pastry cake version of that scent. And I really like it. It's very doughy. It kind of has that, just like I said, pastry type of vibe. So I'm excited to play around with this one and revisit it and give you guys an update, but I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Okay, now the rest of these, y'all, I did purchase with my own money, and I'm going to start with the ones I already have experience with wearing that I have already been enjoying, and then I will do all of the first impressions towards the end. So this next one here is called Fleurie Emerald by the brand Riifs, I believe, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe Riifs is the brand, girl, I don't know. But this is a new Middle Eastern fragrance house to my nose. But y'all, when I found out what this was inspired by, I had to get my hands on it because it is inspired by a scent that is what I would consider to be one of my signature scents, which is Jojoff's Lyra. So I have seen a lot of fragrances be compared to Jojoff's Lyra in the past, and while they have been similar, they have not truly been dupes until I came across this. Okay, this bottle is just so cute. Oh, I literally just realized, y'all, as I'm holding the bottle up, the notes are on the back. That's so cute. Okay, so the notes are blood orange, lavender, and lemon peel, middle notes of cinnamon, licorice, white florals, and anise, and base notes of caramel, vanilla, and musk, which are very, very, if not identical notes to Jojoff's Lyra. And y'all, when I tell y'all this is probably the closest and the best Lyra dupe that I have smelled thus far, if that is a scent that you love and you do not want to pay the $100, $200, $300 price tag for a 100 ml bottle, please pick this up. Okay, I'm going to spray this, but y'all, I've already worn this multiple times. I have been getting tons and tons of compliments on this scent, and it truly smells so good and so close to Lyra that it's very scary. Y'all, this is chef's kiss. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 only because I do feel like the longevity and the projection could be a little bit stronger, but I'm going to again revisit this because I feel like this is one of those ones that's just going to richen and deepen and get thicker the longer I have it in my collection. But this is so close smelling to Lyra that it's like, if I were to smell the two side by side, I would have a very hard time deciphering. This opens up with that same very rich, mouth-watering, juicy blood orange, which I know a lot of people have always compared Lyra to the scent of like a lemon cake or something like that, but Lyra's citrus note is actually a blood orange, and I 100% get that in here. It is a very rich, juicy, sweet blood orange. As it dries down, you start to get some of those spices. You get the caramel, you get the vanilla. Like, it smells so good, so cozy, so yummy, delicious gourmand. Oh my god, y'all, every time I smell this, I just can't believe how closely it smells to Lyra. So I think this is an amazing dupe. I think you guys should get your hands on this. If you've never tried Lyra before and you're scared to like take the plunge on buying that fragrance, this is a great way to see if this scent DNA is something that you even vibe with. Because if you guys know me, y'all know I love a citrus gourmand fragrance. It's just one of my favorites, and this hits it out of the park for me. Like I said, I do think it could be a little stronger and longer lasting, but the actual scent itself, especially to be said to be a dupe, is absolutely amazing, and I think 100% worth you guys checking out. So like I said, Riifs Fleurie Emerald, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10, only because I wish the performance itself was better, but the scent is amazing and almost spot on to Lyra. Okay, y'all, now another one that I have already worn a couple of times that is in that same scent family. Actually, I don't think that this one was supposed to be a dupe for Lyra, but I want to say that this is compared to Lyra on the on Fragrantica. Hekayat Attar's GigglePuff, I think that's the name of the brand. If I messed it up, girl, I'm sorry, but like I said, I will have it linked in the description box. But this one has main accords of vanilla, citrus, sweet, caramel, coconut, powdery, fruity, white floral, lactonic, amber. That was a lot, but y'all know that type of scent DNA is right up my alley. So the notes itself has top notes of Italian lemon, coconut, and grapefruit, middle notes of bourbon, vanilla, peach, gardenia, and jasmine, and base notes of caramel, vanilla bean, benzoin, and musk. Now, y'all, I have only worn this twice, so I can't fully speak to and give you guys a full in-depth review, but the couple of times that I did wear this, another compliment getter and one that I really enjoyed. So here is what the bottle looks like. Again, you get a ton of juice in here. Some of the fragrances this is compared to is House of Siage Hufflepuff, Kadlaj Empire Victor, Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow, the Kayali Capri Vacation Scent, also one of the fragrances I just reviewed, which is the Dulzura. So let's see. Let me remind myself of what this smells like, girl. Yeah, the Baklava bite, the scent is already fading a bit, so the performance is not great on that one, but I do still like how it smells. Okay, I'm gonna spray this on a tester strip just to remind myself what she smells like. Yes. Yeah, y'all, honestly, this reminds me very heavily of Kadlaj Empire Victor. It has that same almost like lemon candy crystals mixed with something creamy. That coconut is giving it this very creamy dessert type of vibe, almost like a lemon ice cream or a lemon candy. This smells almost identical to Kadlaj Empire Victor to me, but I would say that this one is a little bit, from what I recall, is a little bit longer lasting, because Kadlaj Empire Victor was not the longest lasting for me while I loved the scent. This basically is in that same category of fluffy, marshmallowy, sweet, lemon candy type of fragrances, and I can also see how this is compared to Yum Bougie Marshmallow, because this has the same DNA as Yum Bougie Marshmallow if you were to take out the strawberry and the raspberry and you're just left with the creamy lemon marshmallow vibe. That is what this is giving me. And yeah, this smells really nice. It's an easy everyday wear, I would say, and I am definitely going to keep this one. Okay, y'all, now this next set of two I have not actually worn yet. Well, I've worn one of the perfume oils, but I was pleasantly surprised to find these, and these have actually been out for at least a month or two, if not longer. Went to go purchase a couple of perfume oils for our Rehab's Choco Musk. I had like a double pack, so I grabbed these. If we're unfamiliar with what Choco Musk smells like, it literally just smells like a very creamy chocolate vanilla combo mixed with like this sweet skin musk, and I find it to be such a nice, easy to wear scent, especially this time of year. I've talked about it on my channel a million times before, so I was pleasantly surprised to see that when I picked these up, there were 2 new Choco Musk flankers. Naturally, I picked them up to review for y'all. So that is going to be Choco Musk Marshmallow, which this one is a little pink juice, and then Choco Musk Pistachio, which the bottle of this one came a little weird. I don't know if this leaked out or what, but I have actually already been wearing the perfume oil of Choco Musk Marshmallow. It's literally in my purse. It's halfway empty. Like, I have been using it a ton because, y'all, this is basically essentially inspired by Kayali's Yum Bougie Marshmallow. And the perfume oil I have been loving to layer with when I wear that scent or any of the dupes that I have of that perfume. Let me spray the actual perfume because I have not sprayed the perfume of this just yet. So let's see. So since this is my very first time spraying the perfume of this, you guys, it is a bit light, but like I said, I have not done my full to-do of what I normally do with these fragrances, whereas I spray them out and let them sit. Perfume oil of this smells almost identical to Yum Bougie Marshmallow. I just feel like it doesn't have as much strawberry and it's more citrus forward, but it still has that same powdery, sweet, creamy, marshmallowy fluff DNA, and I have been loving the perfume oil. So I can 100% speak to the perfume oil being amazing. Absolutely love it. The perfume right now smells a little bit light, but if this is anything like the OG Choco Musk, I felt like that scent got stronger with time, especially any of the ones that are in these little like cheapy bottles. I feel like they just need a little minute. So I'm going to spray this out a few times again and let this sit just like the others and give you guys an update. But right now, it's very faintly giving me a nod to the Kayali DNA, but I feel like this does need a little bit of time to sit. But the perfume oil I definitely love, and I think you guys should check out. Right now, it just smells like a watered down version of Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow. But again, I do think this is a great affordable option, and if you have some patience to let it sit and wait, I do think this one's going to get stronger. And then of course that brings me to the pistachio. I got the perfume oil for this one as well. I have not tried this one out, but I'm assuming that this can only be a dupe, of course, for Yum Bougie Marshmallow as well. So let's see. I'm sorry, I didn't read the notes on these for y'all, but I figured it would be pretty self-explanatory if these are also dupes. So, wow. Okay, so here we have yet another Kayali Yum Pistachio dupe, but this definitely smells very, very close. I feel like with a lot of Yum Pistachio dupes, especially one of my favorites, Zamea Aneka Solis, which I've talked about on my channel before, they pretty much tweak the OG DNA because a lot of people were not fans of like that fresh type of laundry underlying scent that it had. This smells very true to the OG, to where it still has that sweet pistachio ice cream scent. It also still has that freshness that is in the OG Yum Pistachio. This smells almost spot on, y'all. And I mean, after a while, when you smell so many dupes, it's just kind of like, okay, do I need another one? No, but I do think this is a great affordable alternative because straight out of the bottle, unlike the marshmallow one, I feel like this already smells almost identical to the OG or to the perfume that it's inspired by. So if you are looking for a very, very affordable dupe to that fragrance and you don't want to splurge, I think this is a great affordable option for you to check it out. Because yeah, it has that very fresh, almost cold sensation that I smell in the OG Yum Pistachio, which I absolutely love that fragrance. I still own the OG as well as a few dupes at this point, but yeah, I think this is a solid one. And if you like that freshness that's in that fragrance, that fresh sweet vibe, this captures it almost perfectly. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. Only because I'm just getting a little tired of the dupes, honestly, and this pretty much smells just like that perfume. So since I have that perfume and a bunch of dupes, I'm just a little over it, but it still smells good. Marshmallow one, I'm going to give a 5 out of 10 right now. I feel like it still needs some time, whereas this one already smelled great as soon as I took it out. So yeah. Now for the 3 I'm the most excited about. So these 2 I'm going to, of course, talk about together because they are all a part of the same collection. The original scent for this line is literally one of my favorites to this day. I tell you guys about it all the time. 2 newest Lattafa Éclairs. I'm super excited to smell these with you guys for the first time live on camera. Éclaire Pistache, which I'm genuinely hoping it's not another Kayali dupe, y'all. Like, I'm getting so tired of the Yum dupes. I really am. Éclaire Banoffi, which I want to say this one has a banana note. So I'm going to do that one second. But for now, let's try this one out. Because I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I really, while I love the OG Éclaire, me seeing this pistachio one, I'm just like, I'm really not excited about it, girl. So let's see. So same as the other Éclaire bottle, super, super pretty green. Love the color. Ooh. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Let's look at the notes, girl. Let's look at the notes, because I'm already liking that, and it's not giving exactly what I thought it was gonna give, but in a good way. Claire Pistache has main accords of vanilla, sweet, lactonic, cacao, coconut, warm, spicy, musky, powdery, nutty, and woody. And this has notes of pistachio, spread cream, pistachio, cacao, whipped cream, coconut, milk, vanilla, and musk. Love that. So literally it's not giving Kayali Yum Pistachio, which I'm super excited about. Some of the notes it's compared to is the Finery Pistachio Please, also the Pistachio Kunafa. I've never smelled that, and a bunch of other fragrances that I have never smelled. So I'm very happy to report this is not another Kayali Yum Pistachio dupe, but y'all, this smells really good. To me, I definitely get the pistachio cream, the pistachio spread, and the cacao and that whipped cream. Like, it's all coming together to really smell like a creamy, like literally one of those Dubai chocolate bars where it has this kind of nice creamy chocolate mixed with the pistachio cream inside. That's what this smells like. Oh, this smells good, y'all. This is another chocolate scent that I find wearable, right? Because sometimes with straight up chocolate scents, like a chocolate scent I just decluttered, for example, the Cudlage Choco Fede, I feel like that was too literally in your face straight up chocolate. This mixed with the pistachio, the cream, and the musk. Is there musk in here? Was there musk or amber? I feel like there's something in there that makes it still smell. Yeah, the vanilla, the milk, and the musk, and the coconut, y'all. This just smells creamy, smooth, cozy. Like, this almost smells like some type of pistachio creamy chocolate dessert dipped in a glass of milk. Like, it smells so warm and yummy and cozy. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. Oh my God, y'all, I love this. And it's not super beast mode, but honestly, that's how the original Éclaire was for me at first. And then over the, like, as time went on, it got stronger and stronger. So if that happens to this is going to be even better. But right now, I think this is a great everyday cozy fall winter scent, like for you to wear inside if you're not going anywhere, or to layer with things, obviously. But this smells really good. This almost puts me in the same mindset of Rehab Choco Musk, just in the way that the chocolate is done. It's very cozy, comforting, yummy, mixed with everything else and not overpowering. And this is, I'm very happy to report, not a pistachio scent that I already have. So I'm very happy with Éclaire Pistache. I love it. I'm so happy. I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10, girl. Brings me to Éclaire Banoffi, which I can't say that I own too many banana scents. I feel like anytime I've tried a banana scent, I just have not really been into it. So very curious to see how this plays, because I have heard that this is a banana predominant scent. So I'm going to spray this in the box just like I did the Pistache. Sweet vanilla, fruity, lactonic, tropical. Has top notes of banana, dulce de leche, whipped cream, vanilla, praline, biscuit, and musk. Oh wow. Oh wow. That is a very, I'm trying to decide how I feel about it, because like I just told y'all, I like bananas, but I don't know if I like banana scented things just as a scent that I would wear. Banana is one of those scent notes that I find just kind of like blueberry, where it's like, do I want to really smell like that? I'm not sure. But this has a very strong, sweet, ripe banana. Almost think of like the bananas that you put in banana pudding. After they've been in the pudding for a couple days, they start getting ripe and they have that really ripe, sweet banana smell. And I get the creamy dulce de leche, like caramel vibe as well. I feel like I really need to see how this wears on skin, y'all. Because the banana in the opening, not gonna lie, is throwing me off. But that's only because I don't necessarily love banana scented things. Like, I have an aversion to banana Laffy Taffies. Like, I cannot stand those. And that's kind of what this smells like in the opening to me. It does start to fade a bit to where it's not as heavy. I don't know if I love this because of the banana notes. Hoping what happens is, as it dries down, maybe the banana fades a bit and the other notes come into play, because I feel like I want to smell those a bit more. I do feel like that's happening, but I can't say I love this one as much as the Pistache one. So If you love a photorealistic banana scent though, you would probably really enjoy this. I just am not a banana fan typically. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 for that reason. Right now, what I'm smelling, I don't love it, but I think it's more of a personal preference, a me thing, and not necessarily the scent itself. And if you are someone that likes it, but well, actually no. Because even now, y'all, it's fading and it's super, super faint. So I feel like I got that banana creamy caramel and now it's just kind of fading into the abyss. Another one I'm probably gonna have to update you guys on in the near future, unless you guys know how it's turning, you know, over time. But right now I'm going to give that one, I'm gonna actually give that a 5 out of 10 because what I'm smelling is now fading away. And I really wish I could smell some of the other notes and not just the banana. So yeah. Now we're gonna finish this video off on a high note with something I have already been wearing. And I will say, this was not at all what I was expecting it to be, especially considering I am a lover of the original of this fragrance. I've emptied a bottle, I've repurchased it, and it is one of my top favorite Middle Eastern fragrances. So when I saw that they were coming out with an elixir, I was like, oh girl, an even stronger version, like I'm gonna love that. But it is actually not that, but I still very much love this for what it is. So this is none other than Lattafa's Nebras Elixir. And if you guys are new here, or if you've never heard me talk about the OG Nebras, I've absolutely, like I said, loved it, emptied a bottle, repurchased it, and it is heavily compared to Billie Eilish. This does not smell like that at all to me. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and spray this one on skin, because like I told you guys, I've already worn this one a few times. We're gonna go to town with this, because this is one that I already love. And I think this is the last fragrance video I'm filming for the day, so I can spray this on myself. So Nebras Elixir has main accords of vanilla, sweet, musky, powdery amber. It has top notes of milk, candy, and whipped cream, middle notes of sugarcane, heliotrope, and base notes of ambroxan, musk, and vanilla. When I first got this, you guys, I genuinely thought that this was going to be a more intense version of the OG Nebras, right? Like anytime we hear Elixir, we're like, oh, that's gonna be a stronger version. But this is actually a completely different scent, but I still really enjoy it. It's almost like Nebras should now be considered the Elixir and this should be vice versa, because this is to me a very wearable everyday type of scent, whereas Nebras is as well. But I feel like this is definitely something that you would want to layer with something else, or one of those scents that you put on when you don't want to draw too much attention to yourself, but still smell very warm, welcoming, and cozy. If someone were to come in and give you a hug or walk by you, like that is the vibe this gives me. Very creamy, milky, lactonic, but also has that kind of powdery almond vibe. Like to me, this smells like a milky, creamy almond paste or an almond cookie dough, almond cookie batter. That is the vibe that this gives me, and not too much else. So the heliotrope in here, heliotrope is one of those florals to me that reads very powdery and almondy, and that is the vibe that I get in here. And yeah, this is really just a very easy, wearable, everyday, nice layering scent. Like it's not too crazy. It's definitely not giving Elixir, okay? But for someone like me who loves those almondy types of scents, I think this is the perfect amount of sweetness. Like it's not super overpowering, and it's going to be great to layer with things that you want to add a little bit of a lactonic, sweet, creamy, powdery vibe to. Yeah, I don't know. I've been finding that I've just been reaching for this when I don't want to think too much. It's very easy to throw on and go. And I think this is just going to be a very easy to wear gourmand this fall and winter. So while I will say it is not giving Nebras Elixir, it's literally completely a different fragrance. I do really enjoy this for what it is, and I think I'm going to get a lot of good wear out of this and really enjoy this one. So that is Nebras Elixir. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Only because I was expecting an Elixir to be a stronger version of the perfume that I already know. But for the fragrance itself, it does smell really nice. And if you are in the market for one of those very easy to reach for, like easy reach, yummy, sweet gourmands, this is definitely one you should check out. All right, you guys, that is it for this gourmand Middle Eastern fragrance haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have tried some of these, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you need any links for any of these, definitely let me know. Obviously, I had some faves from this video and some fails that I was not completely loving. So yeah, if you guys have tried them, definitely let me know. I would love to chat with y'all in the comments. But that is going to be it for today's video. I do also have another another Middle Eastern fragrance haul of just non-gourmand fragrances. So that will be coming up here shortly after this video. But that is it for today, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.